My 31M girlfriend, 32F, is suddenly putting conditions on us living together. My girlfriend, 32F, and I, 31M, have been together for a bit less than 2 years, and are planning on moving in together in a few months when our leases end. While we care about and love each other very much, we have fairly different lives and lifestyles. She's a visual artist and is passionate and dedicated to her craft. She works enough to survive, and spends as much time as possible on her art. On the other hand, I'm a lawyer at a big white shoe firm. To keep it vague, the firm I work for has a history of some activities and clients that clash with my belief system. I work in a very banal practice area, though, far removed from any of the unsavoriness that the firm has been known for. It's a good place to work, has great opportunities for internal and external advancement, allows me the ability and funds to pursue my other hobbies, and I enjoy the work I do. As you can imagine, I make a lot more money than she does. This hasn't been a problem for either of us, though, since I like to treat her to nice things, and I can afford to do so. She likes being treated, and I love the things she does, makes for me that don't cost money. However, she is quite ideologically opposed to what I do. She's a self-described committed Marxist, and while she knows that the work I do isn't evil, she thinks that the firm is destroying the country, planet, etc. We don't talk about it much, but when we have, she's said that while she understands my decision to work there, there are some things that should matter more than money. Now that we're planning on moving in together, her stance has changed somewhat. She's made it clear that she now sees money, benefits from the job as tainted. If we live together, she'll directly benefit from her proximity to the firm in more specific ways, i.e. my paying most of the rent, living expenses, her getting on my health insurance, which she desperately needs, which is clearly making her feel uneasy. When she laid this out to me, she gave me a list of things that I could do to make her feel more comfortable with the situation. To be blunt, her initial ideas shocked me. They ranged from things that would lose me standing at work, to things that could get me fired, to things that were straight up illegal, i.e. explicitly defrauding the firm. She eventually came up with a few more reasonable recommendations: reading Marxist theory, and donating to and volunteering for a few specific anti-capitalist organizations. She said that if I did that, and my mind wasn't changed about the morality of my work, she'd give up, which I'm afraid is code for resent me forever. I told her I'd think about it. Well, I've been thinking about it, and it's been driving me crazy. Even though her demands are reasonable, I'm offering her access to things that will materially make her life better, and in return she's making me do some kind of penance so she can see her accepting them as morally justified. Plus, I don't even know if they'll ultimately satisfy her, or if she'll either add more conditions or start resenting me, herself, for accepting my help. Would I be crazy to draw a hard line on this? I like the organizations she wants me to engage with, and reading a few books would hardly be arduous, but I feel like I'm being punished for having a job I like, and offering for her to be the beneficiary. Too long did not read. My girlfriend wants me to atone for the work I do at my corporate job before she'll move in with me. Should I do those things for her? Edit. To be clear, I will not give up my job for her, and she's not asking me to. That's an unquestionable no for me. I've worked too hard for it to do that. It's really only a question of the small concessions she's asking for. I am really worried that there is a long-term compatibility issue, though. If your values don't align, which it sounds like they don't, then you probably shouldn't live together. Edit. My point is strictly about the existence of a clear incompatibility here. There are a lot of other comments already weighing in on whose values are right or wrong, so please take your discussions there and stop hijacking mine. I don't think you should live together. Quite bluntly, she's a nut job. She's too old to be pulling this shit. She's going to end up asking you to quit your job. I'm not going to speak on the morality of your employer, because it doesn't really matter in the context of this situation. She directly benefits from your income from this employer, and asking you to pay penance doesn't really change the fact that you're still employed with them. This is just a stepping stone to demands to quit your job. Simply put, if she's that dead set on her beliefs, she shouldn't be dating you. The first thing a communist would know is that there is no ethical consumption under capitalism, so she has always been benefiting from tainted money, products, etc. in one form or another. She should also know people have to work in a capitalist system to provide for themselves. She is unreasonable, and I would let this relationship go. You shouldn't live with this crazy broad. Run. Don't move in together. You can word it nicely that if Shush is uncomfortable from benefiting from your career while she pursues her art, then it's best you maintain your current living situations until something changes. You seem like you really want to please her. But establish boundaries. This is a career you worked really hard to get. The cost of living is going up. You are not willing to jeopardize your career and future for her moral compass. We do what we must to survive. And stop treating her. If she has an issue with where you get your money, then she has an issue with you spending it on her. You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. That's exactly what she's doing right now. If it were me, I'd pass on moving in together, until you know exactly what you want to do about this. But it's good to see someone actually considering their partner's ideas.